Okay, hello there, it's June Angel Pews. Okay, so this is the third video. I just hope, I pray, please pray for me, that I can get them all uploaded for you, so you can all see them. Excuse my voice, I'm a bit throaty today. Okay, so I didn't have Diana's comments regarding the crocheted conundrum, I suppose you can call it. So I've got them now, I've found them. And this is what Diana said about the crocheted, I call it a bird, because that's what it was, in the shape of a bird. I imagine it to be a piece to bundle up little bits, although what bits specifically, I've no idea. But the three sides with the holes would be gathered up, and the head of the bird would be pulled through the holes together to close up the bundle and provide a way to carry it. So that's her words. And, you know, as I say, it was a draw, so anybody could have come, could have won. But looking back on those words, it could well be that's what it was. So there you go. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I left you with a teaser in the last video, and I'm now responding to excuse me, Rosella's challenge, Rosella's Zenderlee on YouTube. And Rosella is the most, well, she's the most beautiful person. We've spoken a lot with emails and PMs and goodness knows what. And I buy from her beautiful, beautiful, beautiful applique wedding dresses. I'm in love with them. As I say, she's such a nice person as well. She's had her issues, and her issues are very much my issues, so we get on very well that way. Okay, so Rosella's challenge was to make something using at least three laces. They've got to be different laces. And I wondered whether I'd have time, but I did get something together. Okay, Rosella, so I hope this is okay for you. Oh, sorry. One of the conditions was I've got to upload this video to link it to Rosella's. Now, I've no idea how to do that. Haven't a clue. Now, if I can find out from one of the girls, from my Skype girls, I'll do it. But if I can't, Rosella, please, 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 let me just do it to my channel. You know, I should have asked you first, I know. And perhaps I'll PM you after I've uploaded this video, but if you could accept it. But if you can't, I understand. It wouldn't be fair if everybody come up with all these bits and bobs for you to say yes to. Okay, so this is a fabric book. I had some, it was an inspiration actually from a little book that I bought from eBay a long time ago. And I decided that it looked relatively easy, so I'd have a go at it. So I got some material, just sewed it together. Can you see? Simple machinery, sewing machinery, because I can't use the sewing machine as I used to because of my eyes and my hands and all these silly problems that you don't want to know about. Okay, so I just stitched them together to make pages and pockets. Most of them have a pocket. So let's start on the first page. Right, so the other thing is, don't ask me where I got the laces from. Some of them I got from YouTube, but I don't know. I just don't know. Most of them were from my stash. I would say 99.9% are from my stash. Certainly the crochet pieces are. Okay, so I used the green crochet lace, isn't it? And the lovely pink there. The actual fabric talks about the seasons, but as I couldn't really read it, it was difficult for me to sort of go to January, see what I mean? January through to December. So I decided I'd just do it in the seasons, if you like, and try to keep to it to a point. So there we go, and there's a little flower on there with a bit of bling. June's always got to have her bit of bling because I'm mad on it. Then in as a pocket, and then in there is, this was a pack of cards that are art cards, they're all famous pieces of art, and that one is the swing. Bling, little bow, tag, alcohol inks, distressed with Tim Holtz Distresser. Oh, hint for you, I didn't have a Tim Holtz Distresser at first. This was a few months ago, so I used my thread cutter from Clover, which is simply to take with me when I went on airplane trips, which I don't do these days, when we couldn't take scissors, so I could just snip the threads off, hung it around my neck. And me using it for paper, of course, why didn't I think of it? Completely blunted it, so it was no good for anybody. So if anybody's thinking of using their Clover thread snipper, don't. Okay, so that's the first page. Sorry, be so quick. Little bee, another one of my favourites. Have a look up. I'll try and find you the link. There's a story about the bumblebee, the bee, that technically it shouldn't be able to fly. Well, you know how it does. It flies wonderfully, doesn't it? It goes from blossom to blossom and hovers, but technically, in every which way you can think of, it shouldn't be able to fly. And if you look it up on Google, I'm sure you'll see the reasons why and the reasons it can fly. It's amazing. Amazing little insect, one of God's gifts. Okay, so the next page, I'm going to have to be a bit quicker, aren't I? Because I don't want to go past my too many minutes, and I'm there already. Okay, butterfly. Another one, anything with wings, that's June. Tag again, much more pastel-y. And you know I'm getting good because I didn't before I came to YouTube like pastels, but I'm getting there. That's some crinkled seam binding, which is another story I'll tell you about. It's a bit of a laugh one day. And some fibres. So that's that one. Next one is a crocheted piece that I cut up from a lovely tablecloth. So I've got a lot of those. 2 cards this time. The boy, sorry, I can't see it. I was going to give you that's Van Gogh, I do know, because he was my favourite artist. Flowers in a cup of vase. Okay, another flower, lovely bit there that I think I got, I don't know, I think I got from Trisha, Little Shabby Chic, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, next one, tags again, very vintage motif there, bit of lace. This was a child's bracelet that I picked up from a charity store, and I decided to stick it on here, so I stuck that on with glossy accents. Yep, so that's lovely, I think. So that's that one. Then I did go back to my deep colours, reds. A lot of these, by the way, sorry, I'm going to turn back to the first. See the lace on the edge all the way around here? That's going to happen on all the pages, but I knew I wouldn't finish it in its entirety before Rosella's closing date, so I decided I'd go as it was. Okay, so that's that. Same thing there. The bows over a embroidered piece. Excuse me, this throat's getting worse. Okay. This one is fabric that's been sewn onto the tag. A little dragonfly, look, another one of God's creatures. Love dragonflies. Oh gosh, love them. And I only found out the other day that gorgeous colours that we see on their wings disappear when they die. They just fade. They've gone. So thankfully that's good, I suppose. You couldn't keep them like they're doing. Oh, it's awful like they do with butterflies, you know, kill them and stick pins in them and things. So that's a lovely little butterfly there. Next page. I'm coming on to 11 minutes, so I'm going to keep on and just go that now quickly, because I think you've probably seen, Rosella, that I've used lots of laces all the way through. You know, that I've used well over the 3. Excuse me. Okay. These are all from my crochet laces stash. Little charms. What does that say? Live in the moment. Okay, another one of those cards. Loads of pockets this has got, so you could do, and I intend to put lots of little journaling. Oh, alas that June should... No, I can't see it. Okay, and here we go again. Little crocheted piece in there. The journey. Crocheted leaves. This is what, again, I've cut off doilies and the like. Lovely vintage piece of lace there. That one comes out completely, so you could use it for making a flower or whatever. Okay, and then the last page I sort of dedicated to Christmas, if you like. So there's the poinsettia there, and a little wish that says, sorry, the little tiny domino, I think it was, that says wish on it. And then in here is an antique hanky. I adore hankies. Used to collect them, well, still do collect them really. You know, I said to you that at some point I'd be going into sheltered housing. I've got to de-stash, so, you know, it's big stuff I've got to get rid of. I've got a lot of bed linen and all that sort of thing I've got to de-stash. But this sort of thing, hankies and that, I'm going to keep. They're going with me, whatever happens. With all my little dangles and arty makes and goodness knows what, they're all coming with me, not letting anybody else have those. Sorry. Okay, so that's the end of the book, and I've left you with the rose. Beautiful sign of peace. I'm going to put a little bit of bling up there. Okay, always reminds me of Diana, Princess of Wales. Lovely person. Okay, and that's the end of the book. So now this is on 14 minutes. I pray this is going to let you see this video, but who knows. If not, I'll have to come back and do it a lot shorter. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and I hope this is okay for you, Rosella. Love you lots. Take care. Bye. Bye.